Hey everybody, Brandon here from IDA Hockey, joined with Dason, who is the Senior Product Manager for True Hockey. Uh, Dason, thanks again for joining us today, and we've got your new exciting hockey bag line out there. Now, whether players know it or not, or if they acknowledge it, but a hockey bag is a huge part of their hockey experience. You guys have done a lot this year to speak to some key issues that players need, which is durability, breathability, and organization. So with that elite carry bag and wheel bag, could you walk us through? Let's start with breathability. That's a huge one. Could you walk us through
Sure.
breathability and what you guys have done this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, breathability is huge for a hockey bag, and whether or not we like it, there's a lot of us that take our bag out of our trunk and throw it in the garage. Don't pull our gear out, and it's still wet and stinks the next time we put it on. So rather than fight the problem, we tried to come up with a bit of a solution for those guys, and we've designed a bag that is extremely breathable in a lot of different ways. If you start on the top opening, the main opening of our bag, there's actually two layers to it. That top layer is the traditional fabric you'd see on the rest of the bag, super durable, high grade fabric, but you can unzip that or even completely remove it, which opens up this entire mesh top layer, mesh opening. So you can take your entire top of your bag off, give complete breathability to everything in there, and not have to have any concerns with maybe something falling out or losing any piece of equipment. And not only that, if you look at the sides of these bags, there's mesh on both sides. There's holes and there's honeycomb patterns. There's so much airflow that we want to push through this bag to try to breathe out your product and get it wet, or I'm sorry, get it dry and ready to play for the next time. And something really cool we did was the glove pockets that you'll notice on the bag. So there's two pockets on either side, and they're designed for your gloves specifically. And if you flip those inside out and pull them out of the bag, kind of like dog ears, as I like to call it, you can pop your gloves in there from the inside of your bag out, and it allows your gloves to sit outside of your bag and fully dry. As we all know, the gloves are soaking wet. We put our hands in cold, wet gloves before we play. It's just nothing any of us want to do. So we've tried to solve that specifically, along with all the rest of your gear.
Another huge factor with hockey bags, durability from the rigors of travel and in the locker room. So, what's the story behind the material and durability key features that you got going on?
Yeah, so we're using a really very durable material on the outside of the bag, both the top of the bag, the kind of traditional polyesters, but on the bottom of the bag, the 600D polyvinyl material. So it's very durable, it's water resistant, and there's a fine line in hockey bags between how heavy of a material that we want to put on the bag. Obviously, you're carrying this thing around, so paying attention to the overall weight of the bag is very important. So it would be easy for us as the design team to say, put the heaviest, most durable materials you possibly can on that thing, but nobody wants to drag that around or carry it around. So finding high grade materials, materials that are designed specifically to be abrasion resistant, specifically to be waterproof in a lot of cases, is important. So if you look at the bottom of our elite bags, we're using that polyvinyl material that's super heavy duty. It's going to hold up the rigors of the rink, of getting drugged through the ice or snow or parking lot, locker room, wherever it may be. On our bags that have wheels, we have very high grade, very durable ATV style wheels on there. So you're not going to bust your wheels as you're trying to throw this thing in the back of the SUV or whatever it may be. So durability is incredibly important on bags. You know, you don't buy bags every year the way you buy a lot of stuff. Hopefully you're going to have this bag for a number of years, and you're gonna use it and abuse it for a long time.
100%. And storage, organization. How are you helping players keep their gear
Sure.
organized and ready for next game?
Yeah, we've got a lot of compartments in the bag, and everything kind of has a home in our elite bags. There's, as I said before, there's a specific place for your gloves. The bag's going to come with a helmet bag that you can put your helmet on to protect. You know, if you don't want to scratch up your shield. There's places for your shin guard specifically, your elbow pads, and it allows you to kind of make it your own. There's places you put all of your smaller gear, your elbow pads, whether it be your extra set of steel. There's really places to put everything. Or if you're one of the guys that are in a hurry and you necessarily don't care, you can use it like one big open compartment. Throw everything in there, pile it all in like we all do. But maybe if you're a dad, if you're a mom that has a younger child playing, and you want to take one quick look to make sure he or she has everything, then everything can have a home. And you can really quickly look at that bag and say, yep, 2 gloves, 2 elbows, helmets, shins, it's all there. Let's go home and not have to worry about forgetting something at the rink or forgetting something at home when you're headed to the rink.
Totally. There's nothing worse than trying to suit up for your game when your shin guards are.
And we've all been there.
Could you maybe tell us what sizes and what options there are for the Elite?
Yeah, so in the Elite bag, we have 3 options. We have 2 carry bags, one with wheels, one without wheels. And then we have an Elite equipment backpack. The backpack is a very unique offering this year. Obviously, most people have seen the equipment backpacks. Traditionally, they're 1, maybe 2 compartments, one that opens from the top, one that usually opens towards your back as you're carrying it. What we've really set out to do is I wanted a locker on wheels. I wanted a bag that you could sit in front of yourself as you sit in the locker room and open, and it'll hold itself up and everything's there in front of you, not necessarily having to dig. So our bag opens in a very unique way. Our bag opens both from the top as well as 2 zippers that go right down the front of the bag that allows it to open in every direction. So you can almost have your equipment on display looking at you in the locker room. So it's really, really a cool feature. It's designed, it's been a ton of effort and thought and work have gone into solving the problems of the hockey player and solving the problems of the hockey parent to make sure that, everything's there, everything's drying out, everything's protected. It's going to be durable. It's going to last a long time. It's a category that we've put a lot of thought and time into, not just making an equipment bag or a hockey bag, but solving the problems that haven't been solved in a number of years. Bags haven't been redesigned or redeveloped. They've really been the same for a long time. So we wanted to push those limits and solve the problems that others haven't solved up to this point.
Totally. And it's even going to speak to that player who's in those tight locker rooms, those, locker rooms from 30 years ago that you're squished and with the tower, you know what I mean? So awesome to see multiple versions. We got one more bag. It's the core. This is going to speak to that, everyday casual hockey player who's looking for something durable that looks sharp. So could you walk us through the core?
Yeah, we got a core bag too. So if you're one of these guys, you're a weekend warrior, you don't need to have all of the organization. Maybe you don't care about the breathability as much as some other guys. We've got a core bag that took the durability part, and that's really what we focused on. Took these high-grade materials that we've used in the Elite bag, and we've made more of a basic design bag. Has your large open compartment, skate compartments on each side, place for your keys, phone, tape, wax, laces, whatever it may be. So you got everything you need, but you don't have every one of these bells and whistles and really, identifiers of our Elite line.
Perfect. Jason, thanks so much for walking us through the court or the hockey bags this year.
Sure, glad to do it.
And then for you guys at home, if you guys want your hands on any of these awesome bags, you can head over to icewarehouse.com.